Hi, my name is Amanda. I donated a kidney for my sister via a paired donation almost 5 years ago. My sister's name is Brenna. She's 5 years younger than me. She's my only sibling. And when she was in college, she majored in multimedia art and design. She's made some pretty cool stuff, including the logo for my one-woman show about how I donated a kidney called I'm Just Kidneying. My sister was diagnosed with a rare kidney disease when she was very young. I didn't think much about kidney disease when I was younger because I was a kid. I started thinking about it more when my sister approached the time for her first transplant. She was a junior in high school and I was in college at the time. I was really young when I learned about what kidney failure would mean for my sister. And it was sad. I was the older sister. And I remember feeling like there was nothing I could do, and I think that's what kind of put the idea in my head. Because I don't have a clear memory of my family coming and saying, "Hey, do you want to someday donate a kidney for your sister?" I think it was the fact that I knew people did that, and as I grew from elementary to high school, it just became something I wanted to do because it gave me the feeling that I could do something, you know? The most surprising thing about kidney disease treatment and the options that are for it, for me, I think, is how long the wait times are for a lot of people in a lot of different states. Given the fact that 94% of people in this country support organ donation, you would think that more than a little over half of the population was registered, but they're not. And that makes the wait times for a transplant very long for some people, and it's just surprising to me that that is happening in our country. So my sister's had 2 transplants. The kidney I donated for her was her second. The first one she got from our dad 9 years prior to that. The second time around, I think my family was pretty used to the process. I mean, we'd seen my dad go through it. In fact, the same surgeon performed my dad's laparoscopic nephrectomy that performed mine. So like, I and my family had very few worries. I think the person who had the most worries was my boyfriend at the time, who is actually now my husband. But he got it. I mean, he came with me to a couple of my evaluation visits with doctors and social workers, and he was able to ask his questions. And I think that was an important part for him, is me including him in the process. The only moment during the entire process that I was at all worried, I wouldn't even say scared, because at this point I was committed to doing this for my sister. Like, it was a no-brainer. I can't stress that enough. Was when at a point during my evaluation with a social worker, they made it clear to me that it could be possible that I was denied health coverage in the future because I had this elective major surgery to donate a kidney, which I thought was crazy bonkers, but that's the state of healthcare in our country, and it should change. I don't remember very much being wheeled in the operating room because the drugs that they gave us to relax us relaxed me a lot. But my sister says that I played peekaboo a lot. I don't remember that. I have no memory. I pretty much remember the nurse saying, "Okay, we're going to put an IV in for these drugs to relax you." Some anesthesiologist doing something, and then my next memory is me waking up and them telling me that it was too soon for me to get out of bed. Honestly, the best moment after surgery was binging Netflix shows with my sister. Like, the recovery time, because I took the full 8 weeks off because I'm a nanny during the day. So I was like, nope, not gonna chance anything. So it was like I got 8 weeks to spend bonding with my sister. I felt like the recovery process was pretty easy. I took the pain medication regularly for about the first 2 weeks. And then I also took the full 8 weeks off. I stayed with my sister in my parents' house and took that time to recover. After the first 2 weeks, I would only take a pain pill if I needed it, like if I coughed or I laughed really hard, like if my sister made me laugh to see how much pain I was in, because that's what sisters do. There was one point, because the way they do the surgery, they have the 2 puncture incisions on the side of the kidney they take. I was surprised at even like around week 7, week 8, when I would cough and I would still feel, it wasn't like a very intense, sharp stabbing pain. It was like a light stabbing pain, but I thought I had given myself a hernia. Like I had not realized I'd lifted something too heavy for me to lift. Because you're not supposed to lift more than 10 pounds for the first 8 weeks. But in one of my post-op visits, the surgeon was like, no, that's just the side muscle. It's more dense than the muscle on top of your stomach that we cut through to take the kidney out. They cut around your belly button to take the kidney out. And he said it just takes longer. You didn't give yourself a hernia. That muscle is just stubborn, is basically what he said. Donating a kidney made me realize I really enjoy helping people. I think that's what has led me to write my show, and also to volunteer more with the organ procurement organization that is here in my area. Nothing about my life has changed after donating a kidney, besides the fact that I go pee more now, which I'm 36. I figure that's gonna happen more now anyway as I get older. But yeah, other than that, I still drink, I still exercise. Every doctor I've talked to has told me I can still have kids, so that's still on the table. Yeah, my life is pretty much the same. I don't really regret anything. I still wish that my sister could have been able to use my kidney, but we're not blood type matches, so it had to be via a paired donation. It would be nice to have that connection with just my sister, but somebody else is alive and walking around. So obviously the best part is that I got to save my sister's life, and do it by only taking 8 weeks out of my life, which wound up being time that I spent with her anyway. But if you donate a kidney, people also call you a hero a lot, and that's really cool too. The best advice I have for anyone who is thinking about being a living kidney donor is talk to other people who have donated kidney. And I know that might seem like it's hard to do, but if you are vocal about your interest, you'd be surprised how many people you know are connected to organ donation. I have had so many friends refer me to their friends who are interested in being living kidney donors. In fact, just a couple of weeks, I spoke to a young lady who's a lawyer, whose mentor needed a kidney, and she had a lot of concerns, but we emailed back and forth, and I think she's gonna start the evaluation process. So just be vocal about it. Tell people you're interested in it. You're watching this video, which means you've taken that first step. Just put yourself out there and talk to people. Donating a kidney is the most rewarding thing I've ever done with my life. So much so, I wish I had a third kidney so that I could do it all over again. But I don't. So what I'm doing instead is I wrote my show, I'm Just Kidneying, and I'm touring it, and I'm talking to people. And I have met so many other living kidney donors and recipients all across the East Coast. So check out my website, imjustkidneying.com. I might be coming near you. And if I do, come see the show and talk to me afterwards.